ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमखरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः। पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरहः प्रीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We have completed the second chapter Sankhya Yoga. And in the second chapter, starting from the shloka, the very first shloka, that is, first shloka means the Upadesha Arambana shloka, that is the 11th shloka of the second chapter. From the 11th shloka onward, Upadesha, Brahmopadesha, up to the 10th shloka, it was Arjuna who spoke. Then from the 11th shloka of the second chapter, Bhagavan Krishna's Upadesha started. First he presented Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yoga means Jnana Yoga. Atma Tattvam, Brahma Tattvam, he presented from the shloka, 11th shloka up to the 30th shloka. Then after that he presented that Arjuna should engage in this Dharma Yuddha through different perspective he presented. And he started the topic of Karma Yoga from the 39th shloka onwards. He started. So two important topics were presented in the second chapter. So those who study Gita on their own, picking up any books or on their own, since two topics are presented, they mix up the two topics. And they may think that there is an option there is an option between Sankhya, that is Jnana, and Karma. Or there is an option. Option means these two become independent. Independent means for gaining moksha. Karma Yoga is one means. Jnana Yoga, Jnanam is another means. This is one possibility. Another possibility is because he presented Jnanam first, he presented the nature of Atma first. Atma is na jayate, na mriyate, nityaha, satyam, satyaha, nitya, mukta, satya, svabhavaha, avikriyaha, sarva vyapakaha, iti, he presented Atma. He presented Jnanam. And then he told Arjuna, Karmani eva tava adhikaraha also. Yogastu kurkarmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya iti. So Jnanam followed by karma. Therefore, one may think this Jnanam has to be pursued along with karma. This karma is also an anga. There is a samuchaya. There is a combination. There is a combination of Jnanam as well as karma. There is a combination by which a person gains moksha. Even though Bhagavan Krishna very clearly, distinctly he presented both. There is a demarcating shloka. Yeshate Vigita Sankhye. Buddhir yogetu imam shunu iti, the 39th shloka. That is a demarcating shloka. Up to that I have taught you Sankhya Yoga. Now you listen to Karma Yoga, Buddhi Yoga iti. He started. There's a clear demarcation. But there is a possibility people may take that to be the combination of both. Because both these teachings were given to the same person, Arjuna, not to different disciples. If the disciples are different, and if Bhagavan Krishna had presented Sankhya to one person and Karma to another person, then there would not have been confusion. Even then, it is not confusion because of Bhagavan Krishna, it is confusion of the people, the confusion of the people whose thinking or whose motive is to establish the combination, the synthesis of karma and jnanam. So karma is required for moksha iti. They have got their strong mata, the opinion is there. They want to establish. Therefore, they can make the teaching twisted to their views. So therefore, now which one is to be followed? That's a natural doubt even for Arjuna. He got that natural doubt. You have talked about jnana. You talked about jnanam and you have talked about karma. And you have clearly told jnanam is better than karma. But why do you engage me in karma, in this yuddha? That is very terrible. That is the first shloka. So even in the understanding of Arjuna, there seems to be a confusion. There seems to be. There seems to be. That is not, there seems to be. Because in the shloka itself, he would say, Iva. And therefore, here Bhashyakara, here he presents in this introduction to the third chapter. In the introduction to the third chapter, Bhashyakara, he presents what had been taught so far. What had been taught so far. That is the second chapter. He presents the Purva, the second chapter, the the teaching which has been given so far, he presents. And then what is going to come? That is the Karma Yoga, which is a topic of this chapter that he presents. So, therefore, this Upodghata Bhashya to this chapter, connecting to the second chapter. Because why the connection is required? Because there is a possibility, and it is so also. That is why Jnana Karma Samuchaya is a big topic, is a big confusing topic. So therefore, the Upadesha, the content, the message of the second chapter, and the content, the teaching of the third chapter, both are presented in the introduction to the third chapter, what has gone so far and what is going to come. So Purva and Para. Now in this introduction, Bhagavad Pada, he takes the view of a Vrittikara. The Vrittikara was there at that time. Bodhayanacharya is a Vrittikara Mata. There is a Vrittikara Mata. According to them, this Jnana and Karma both have to be combined. Probably this Vrittikara Mata was famous at that time. That is why Bhashyakara presents a view of Vrittikara Mata and he dismisses. According to the Vrittikara, Jnana Karma Samuchaya is the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. So that has to be denied, that has to be dismissed. Therefore, Acharya, he presents the Vrittikara Mata and he dismisses. So this Bhashyakara is very clearly presented in the second chapter that karma and jnanam both are required. Both are required for a mumukshu, a sadhaka, a jignasu, both are required. He did not say karma yoga is not required because Bhagavan himself had told. Bhagavan himself had talked about karma yoga. Samatvam yoga uchyate iti, karmani eva adhikaraha iti, and yogastha kur karmani iti. Bhagavan Krishna himself talked about karma yoga very clearly. So therefore, Bhashyakara did not dismiss karma yoga. He never dismisses karma yoga. Karma yoga is important. It is a means, not it is also the means. That is the difference. It is also the means. It is a means different. It is a means also. It's to complete. It is not correct. It is a means for jnana yogyata. It is also the means for moksha is wrong. Karma yoga is a means for jnana yogyata prapti. To say karma yoga is also the means for moksha, that is wrong. It means the basic thing is not clearly understood. Samsara problem is not clearly understood. Samsara cannot go away by any amount of karma, because the problem is ajnanam, self-ignorance, atma ajnanam. For atma ajnanam to go, we need jnanam. When darkness is there, what is required? Light is required. Instead of searching for the light, the source of light, if you sit and do pranayama, if you sit and do ashtanga yoga, or even if you take the name of the Lord, that will not help. Light is required. You have to find the source of light to remove the darkness. This doesn't mean that the tradition is against bhakti. Bhakti is also karma yoga only. The tradition is against Ashtanga yoga. No, the tradition is not against any yoga. This should be very clear. All the yogas, whatever may be the yoga, they are the means for the preparation of the sadhaka to increase the adhikaritvam of the sadhaka, the sadhakatvam, to increase the adhikaritvam of the sadhaka. All these are required. Whatever may be the yoga, if it is conducive for one's spiritual growth, it can be well adopted. Even vipassana also. By vipassana also, if we can make your mind calm and steady, not disturbed. That is what we talked about in Karma Yoga, Raga Dvesha, handling Raga Dvesha, neutralizing and being a sane person, a person of equanimity, and doing what is to be done with the attitude of worship for gaining the Chitta Prasada. So therefore, all are the means for gaining the Jnana Yogyata Prapti. And Jnana Yogyata Prapti, that is the content of many, the prayers also, the Vedic chantings. Badram Karne Vihi, Arapyayantu Mamangani. All these prayers are prayers for the to Bhagavan, asking for Jnana Yogyata Prapti, so that I become an eligible candidate for gaining Jnanam and Jnananishta and be free. But for moksha, there is only one means. There is no doubt about it. It is very clear. Even as a slight or little compromise on this is not acceptable. A little compromise on this will create a huge a, 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 a huge hole in the argument itself. A small gap is enough for the Purva Pakshi to interfere. A small compromise and establish karma is important. So therefore, we don't accept even a little of this karma entering into this jnanam topic for moksha. So at every point, this has to be dismissed because there is a strong pre-orientation. Our natural tendency to solve any problem is to get into action. Because already we are with a lot of rajas and tamas dominant. So therefore, our natural tendency immediately to get into action and solve it. That is why we solve the problems of the world, the samsara problems. And this is a spiritual problem. So to solve this, again, you get into action. Therefore, karma, you think that it is the means. This is natural. Therefore, it is therefore the samuchaya is never allowed, never accepted. So karma and jnanam, no doubt both are required, but they are not for the same person simultaneously. One follows the other, and that order also is important. Which follows the other? Karma yoga is followed by jnana yoga. Karma is followed by jnanam. Jnana yogyata prapti. For what? Jnana yogyata prapti by karma yoga for gaining the knowledge for to make oneself conducive to listen to the Shastram. Shastra Shravana Yogyata Prapti. Shastra Shravanam anybody can do, but the jnana happens only in that person who is prepared. Already the person has done homework. The land is already tilled. Therefore, now the seed is given. The sprout automatically will come. So, therefore, this Karma Yoga is tilling the land. preparing the land. That is required. Nobody says tilling the land, preparing the land is not required for cultivating the crop. It is important. That alone is not important. You have to sow the seed. Therefore, there is an order. So therefore, to say that this samuchaya, this krama samuchaya, accepting both of them, not saga samuchaya, it is a krama. Krama, there is a krama. Krama is karma yoga followed by jnana yoga. If that is a samuchaya you're talking about, then no problem. One followed by the other. But saga samuchaya, not possible. And this saha samuchaya, that is what is insisted by the Vrittikara Bodhayanacharya. So, according to the Acharya, Bodhayanacharya, karma and jnana both occupy the same importance in the life of the sadhaka. So, therefore, Bhashyakara, he clarifies and dismisses that idea, and that's what he presents in this chapter as an introduction. The first part of the Sangati, Bhashyakara gives what we studied in the second chapter, recalling what has gone before. That is called Vrittartha Anuvada. Recollecting, remembering, restating what has gone so far, and connecting that to the next topic of this. Next topic is the topic of this chapter. So that is how he presents. Now we will read the Bhashya, third chapter. Shastrasya pravritti nivritti vishaya bhute.
Shastrasya pravritti
Dve buddhi bhagavata nirdishte.
Dve buddhi bhagavata nirdishte. Nirdishte means Bhagavan presented, unfolded. Nirdishte. Ke nirdishte. Dve buddhi nirdishte. Two buddhis. Buddhi means understand. Two buddhis. Can you all hear me? Yes, Ji, now we can.
Yes, Guruji.
Some people unmute the mic and there's a disturbance. When I try to mute the mic, my mic gets muted. Please keep your mic in mute. So two buddhis were presented. Dve buddhi nirdishte. Kena Bhagavata. Bhagavan presented two buddhis, two understandings. Buddhi is Dvivachana. Dve buddhi. Dve is also Strilinga. Buddhi is Strilinga. Nirdishte. Bhagavata Nirdishte. What are those two buddhis? The two buddhis, which is in the form of pravritti vishaya and nivritti vishaya. So nirdishte, twofold buddhi were presented by the Lord. Pravritti vishaya bhuta buddhi, nivritti vishaya bhuta buddhi. Pravritti, nivritti. So he presented pravritti and nivritti. Nivritti is the Sankhya. By nivritti, what Bhashyakara means is Sankhya. So pravritti, nivritti, vishaya bhute. Nivritti is Sankhya and pravritti is karma yoga. So Sankhya yoga, nivritti buddhi, pravritti buddhi is karma yoga. So Sankhya or otherwise Sankhya. Nirdishte, and the next time Sankhya buddhihi yoge buddhihi. That also we can read. Sankhya buddhihi yoge buddhihi iti cha.
Sankhya buddhi
योगे बुद्धिः इति च।
So twofold buddhi understandings presented by Bhagavan, that is karma yoga, that is pravritti buddhi, that is yoga buddhi presented, and yoga buddhi which is in the form of pravritti, in the form of activity. The other buddhi is, other understanding is Sankhya buddhi, which is in the form of nivritti. Nivritti is withdrawal. So Sankhya buddhi is nivritti vishaya bhuta, nivritti vishaya bhuta buddhi, and this yoga buddhi is pravritti vishaya bhuta buddhi. Two buddhis, two understandings were presented. Shastrasya, the word says it is not that Bhagavan Krishna himself invented some two understandings and he presented. No, which are presented by the Shastram. What Shastram says, that alone Bhagavan also presented. As it is in the Shastra, so it is presented by Bhagavan. Shastrasya buddhi. Shastrasya dve buddhi Bhagavata nirdishte. So Bhagavan presented the buddhi, understandings unfolded by the Shastra. So it is not the understanding of Bhagavan Krishna. He did not have separate understanding. Even though he is Bhagavan, even though he is a Lord, he presented only what Shastram says. And two buddhis, Sankhya buddhi and Yoga buddhi, iti cha iti. Then the next time. Tatra prajahati yada kaman.
Tatra prajahati yada kaman
Itarabhya adyaya parisamaptehe Sankhya buddhyashritanam sanyasam kartavyam uktva tesham tanishtataya eva cha kritarthatha ukta yesha brahmi stitihi iti. Okay. So tatra means that is tasmin vishaye. In this vishaya, tasmin vishaye, tatra, with regard to this tatra, that is of those two buddhis, tatra prajahati yadha kaman iti arabhya ap adhyaya parisamaptehe Sankhya buddhyashutanam sanyasam kartavya uktva tesham tanishtataya eva cha kritartata ukta esha brahmi stitihi iti. So sannyasa is required for whom? Sannyasa is required for whom? For them only. Esha brahmi stitihi iti bhagavata uktam. That is started from the shloka, that Siddhaprajna Lakshana, that 55th shloka of the second chapter, Prajahati Yada Kaman, starting from that shloka, iti arabhya, a adhyaya parisamaptehe. A means it is upasarga, a means up to, a adhyaya parisamaptehe is up to the end of the chapter. So 55 to 72, this Siddhaprajna Lakshanam talked about. So that in that portion, Sankhya buddhyashutanam sanyasam kartavyam. Sankhya buddhi, that is jnana buddhi. Sankhya is Atma, Atma Buddhi. Atma is Atma Jnanam, understanding this Atma Tattvam. Sankhya Buddhi Ashritanam, resorting to this Buddhi, this understanding of Sankhya, this Atma, the Tattvam. For them, Sankhya Buddhi Ashritanam, referring to the people who have got resorted to Sankhya Buddhi, who have got resorted to this understanding of this Tattvam, Atma Tattvam, Atma. For them, Sannyasam Kartavyam. Sannyasam Kartavyam iti uktva. They have to take sannyasa because they are committed to jnanam, jnananishta. Therefore, tesham sannyasam kartavyam. Tesham eva sannyasam kartavyam. They alone are eligible, and therefore kartavyam sannyasam kartavyam iti uktva. Okay, then tesham kartavyam iti uktva. So sannyasam to be resorted to by the people who have this understanding and commitment of Sankhya, Atma. Okay. Tanishtataya eva kritartata ukta kritartata. Tanishtataya, that jnananishta. That jnananishtaya eva kritartata means kritaha artaha yena. They become kritartha. They become kritartha. They become an accomplished person. What is that accomplishment? Moksha. So tanishtataya eva, jnana nishtataya eva, that atma nishtataya eva kritartata ukta. They achieve the goal, the purpose of life, that is moksha, by commitment to this jnanam, jnana nishta. So jnana prapti and jnana nishta, by that they become free. They become kritartha. They become muktaha. Iti ukta. Therefore, esha brahmi sitihi iti. So starting from that up to this, so sannyasam, the sole commitment for the sole commitment, the only commitment is this jnanam. Therefore, Sankhya Buddhi Ashritanam Tesham Sannyasam Uktva, and that will culminate in jnananishta and they become kritartha. Iti, in this Taprajna Lakshanam, in this those shlokas, Bhagavan Krishna has presented. So, Yesha Brahmi Siti Prutva, then they become free. And after that, they never become deluded. They become free. Once for all, they become free from samsara. So therefore, the nishta, the jnana nishta is talked about. The jnana nishta. The jnana nishta means agam karta, agam bhokta, that buddhi, the buddhi will not be there because the agam is one with Atma. Agam is one with Atma. Therefore, the nishta and this kartavyatva buddhi, they cannot go together. The nishta and the kartavyatva buddhi, they cannot go together. Both are opposite. This kartavyatva buddhi, as long as the kartavyatva buddhi is there, then you will not become a kritartha. Kritartha is there. Kritaha artaha yena. So they become an accomplished person. The purpose, the prayojanam of life is accomplished. So krita krityaha, they have done what is to be done. So that they have done what is to be done, that is, they have gained what is to be gained. That is only by jnanam alone. So jnana nishta. So jnana nishtaya eva kritartaha iti. Natu karmana. So karma is not that, the kartavya buddhi is not that, it has gone. Therefore they are jnana nishta. So karma is given up and their commitment is only in jnana. Therefore, only sannyasam. If karma is also is there, then they cannot become kritartha. There is always something to be done. When purnatva buddhi is not there, as long as purnatva buddhi, the understanding that aham purnaha is not there, then kartavyatva buddhi will be there. When kartavyatva buddhi will be there, then they cannot become kritartha. So, to become a kritartha, that jnana nishta is important. Therefore, jnana nishtaya kritartha bhavati. K is sankhya buddhi ashritaha tesham, for them. So this has been presented in the chapter, in the first part of the second chapter. Even though this Sthita Prajna comes later, but the topic is jnana nishtha. In the same chapter, further, Karma Yoga is talked about, that Bhashyakara presents. Arjunaya cha karmanyevadhikaraste mate sangostva karmani iti karma eva kartavyam uttavan yoga buddhim ashritya na tataha eva shreyaha praptim uttavan. Yes. So, uktavan, kaha uktavan, Bhagavan uktavan, kasmai Arjunaya Bhagavan uktavan. Karma is not for Shreyas. It is indirectly for Shreyas, not directly. Arjunaya Bhagavan uktavan. Kim uktavan? Karmaniyeva tava adhikaraha aste. You have got adhikara, you have got eligibility, you have got the adhikara with regard to only action. And mate sangaha astu akarmani. Therefore, karma is important. You should not give up karma. Karmani eva tava adhikaraha. Therefore, you don't resort to akarma, inaction. Don't give up karma. Karma should not be given up. As a sadhaka, as a mumukshu, that is required. Therefore, don't give up karma, because that will give you the yogyata. Therefore, akarmani sangaha ma te. Iti karma eva kartavyam Arjunaya uktavan Bhagavan. Karma alone to be done by you. Katam yoga buddhim ashritya, resorting to yoga buddhi, that is karma yoga buddhi. By committing yourself to karma yoga buddhi, you have to do karma. Karma eva kartavyam iti uktavan. So, karma with the attitude of yoga to be done by Arjuna. Iti Bhagavata ukta. Bhagavan did not ask him to give up karma and go to Rishikesh and study Shastram and commit yourself to Jnanam. He did not say. Because the person, Bhagavan knows a person, he is in the battle, and he has got that kshatriyatvam, that rajas is there. He has got responsibility also. So therefore, he has not yet become ready for jnana. Therefore, karma eva kartavyam iti. May you do karma. You do karma with what? At buddhi, yoga buddhi. That is important. Then with yoga buddhi only, a karma become a karma yoga. And by karma yoga, by doing karma yoga, what do you gain? Na tataha evaha shreyaha praptim uktavan. Bhagavan did not say that by doing karma alone you get moksha. He did not say that. Bhagavan did not say that. Do karma. That's what he said. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tektva iti eva uktavan. By karma you will get Shreyas, he did not say. But Arjuna asked, Yet Shreyaha tat nishchitam brughi tanme iti Arjuna he asked, the second chapter, beginning itself, he asked, Shreyaha nishchitam Shreyaha mam brughi iti. But Bhagavan Krishna, he says, you do karma, because Bhagavan knows Arjuna, therefore he knows the disciple very well. He knows the disciple very well. He knows the attitude. He knows his eligibility. He knows his adhikara. More than Arjuna, he knows. Therefore, he says, karmani yoga buddhi mashritya karma kartavyam tvaya iti. Tataha shreyaha praptim iti na uktavan Bhagavan. Therefore, naturally, Arjuna will get confused. You are saying Shreyas Prapti Sadhanam is Jnanam, and you are asking me to do karma. Karma will not give moksha. By Shreyas, by Jnanam alone, moksha is possible. But you are asking me to do karma. Therefore, Arjuna naturally will get confused. Therefore, Bhagavan Bhashyakara says, Tat etat alakshya.
तत् एतत्
आलक्ष्य
Paryakuli bhuta buddhihi.
पर्याकुलीभूतबुद्धिः
Arjunaha uvacha.
अर्जुनः
उवाच
So tat etat alakshya paryakuli bhuta buddhihi Arjunaha uvacha. Arjuna said, Arjuna, and the buddhi of Arjuna is paryakuli bhuta buddhihi. Paryakuli means confused buddhi. Paryakuli bhutaha buddhihi yasya saha, referring to this Arjuna. Paryakuli bhuta buddhihi is Bahuvrihi samasa, qualifying Arjuna, therefore pullinga. Hari shabdavat. Paryakuli bhuta buddhihi yasya saha Arjunaha. So Arjuna, whose buddhi is confused, disturbed now. Why? Because tat etat alakshya. Jnanam will give moksha. So Jnanam will give moksha, and karmani eva tava adhikaraha. Karmani eva tadi karmani eva iti alakshya. So having alakshya, having this understood means not with the confusion. So having observed this upadesha, tat etat alakshya, that refers to this prajahati yada kaman, that jnana bhuta nivritti bhuta vishaya. Etat refers to this pravritti bhuta vishaya. Tat etat, both they refer to two different things. Tat etat alakshya, having observed these tat etat, there's a difference between these two. Therefore, paryakuli bhuta buddhihi Arjunaha. Therefore, Arjuna became confused because tat is jnana vishaya, etat is karma yoga vishaya. So there is no synchronization, there is no connection. Therefore, Arjuna naturally will become confused. Therefore, he said, what did he say? That is the first shloka of this chapter. Jayasi chet karmanaste matha buddhir janardana tat kim karmani gore mam niyojayasi keshava iti. Arjuna uvacha, that is going to come. Then the next line. Katam bhaktaya shreyortine yat sakshat shreyas sadhanam sankhya buddhi nishtham shravayitva
श्रावयित्वा
मां कर्मणि
मां
मां कर्मणि
दृष्ट अनेक अनर्थयुक्ते
दृष्ट अनेक
अनर्थयुक्ते
पारम्पर्येण अपि
पारम्पर्येण
पारम्पर्येण अपि
अनैकान्तिकश्रेयः प्राप्तिफले
अनेकान्तिक
श्रेयःप्राप्तिफले
नियुञ्ज्यात् इति
नियुञ्ज्याति
युक्तः पर्याकुली भावः अर्जुनस्य
युक्तः
पर्याकुली
भावः
अर्जुनस्य
तदनुरूपश्च
तदनुरूपश्च
प्रश्नः
तदनुरूपश्च
प्रश्नः
जायसी चेत् इत्यादिः
जायसि चेत्
इत्यादिः
प्रश्न अपाकरणवाक्यं च
प्रश्न
अपाकरणवाक्यं च
भगवता उक्तम्
भगवता उक्तम्
यथोक्त विभाग विषये शास्त्रे
यथोक्तविभागविषये शास्त्रे
So here Bhashyakara presents what is there in the mind of Arjuna. Arjuna's this the mana avastha, it is described. Why is paryakuli bhutaha? Paryakuli bhutaha yuktaha eva. Paryakuli bhutaha, yes, it is yuktaha. It is correct only. So Bhagavan Bhashyakara presents the thinking of Arjuna. Arjuna is confused. His confusion is not that it is ayuktaha, it is yuktaha eva. Iti yuktaha. Paryakuli bhavaha Arjunasya yuktaha. What is yuktaha? This paryakuli bhavaha. Kasya Arjunasya. So Arjunasya paryakuli bhavaha yuktaha. Why? Katam sankhya buddhim karmani Sankhya Bhakta Katam Sankhya Buddhi Nishtam Shavigitva Mam Karmani Iti. Bhagavan presented Jnanam alone is the means for moksha. Jnanena mokshaha iti. Then Jnanam is the sadhanam, is the only sadhanam, sakshat sadhanam for moksha. Therefore, Jnana Nishta, Jnana Yoga, Sankhya Buddhi. Now, you are asking me to do karma. Having talked about Jnana Yoga Nishta, and asking me to do karma. So two things are contradictory. Therefore, the Paryakuli Bhava of Arjuna is proper. It is proper alone. Because he has to yet to understand what Bhagavan says clearly. Jnana Yoga is this. That is a means for moksha. And then do karma means this understanding that karma to be done by me, it is the paramparaya karanam, and jnanam is the sakshat karanam. If that understanding has not happened, this understanding naturally will be there for everybody. The confusion is natural. Arjuna is also confused. So he could not understand why karma is required. What is the need of karma? If moksha is a means, if for moksha jnana nishta is a means, then why should I take up karma? And that to this Gora karma. Kimartam niyojayasi mam? That is natural question. So therefore, katam bhaktaya shreyortine. Katam bhaktaya shreyortine. This is, who is a bhakta? Arjuna is a bhakta. Who is a shreyorti? Arjuna is a shreyorti, because he himself asked, Yat shrekha tat nishitam brugi tanmayiti. Therefore, to this bhaktaya, Arjunaya, shreyortine, Arjunaya, katam bhaktaya, to me, because this is within quote, katam bhaktaya shreyortine, that is to me, I am your bhakta. and I am a moksharti, shreyorti. So to me, Sankhya Buddhim Nishta, Nishtam Shavagitva. Shavagitva means making me listen to. It means having taught. It is Nijanta, causative, Shrudhatu. Shrunoti, Shruntaha, Shrunvanti. Shavagati is causing me to listen. It means you taught me, I listen. Therefore, having taught. Having taught what? Sakshat. Yat Sakshat Shreya Sadhanam. What is that Shreya Sadhanam? Sankhya Buddhi Nishta. That is Jnana Nishta. Jnanam. That Jnana, Sankhya Buddhi Nishtam Shavagitva. As what? It is the Sadhanam. Sakshat Sadhanam. For what? Shreyaha. Shreyas Sadhanam. It is Sakshat Shreyas Sadhanam. Iti Shavagitva. You taught me Sankhya Buddhi Nishta is the Sakshat Sadhana. Iti you have taught me. Direct means for moksha. Iti you have taught me. Katam. Katam mam karmani. Then how you mam karmani. Katam Katam Bhavan, that is Bhagavan, mam karmani niyunjyat. How can you persuade me to do karma in this niyunjat? How can you persuade me to do the karma? Niyunjat means connect me to karma, persuade me to doing action, having taught this Sankhya Buddhi. What type of action? Drishta aneka anartha yukte paramparyena api anekantika shreya prapti pale. Drishta aneka anartha yukte. This action is yukte. It is endowed with what? Anartha. Not one or two, many. Aneka anartha yukte. That is drishta. Adrishtam may be many. So this action which is endowed with so many drishta problems are there. Karma is requires effort. Generally karma requires effort. And this prayatna is involved. And the result of that effort also not known. Many factors are involved. And this yuddha is not any other karma. This is a Gora karma. So many lives will be lost. All the 18 akshonis who will survive, we don't know. And for what? Therefore, many drishta aneka anartha is there. So therefore, paramparyena api, even this is drishta. Drishta problems are many that we know. Disaster will be there, there will be bloodshed everywhere, there is loss of life everywhere will be there. That is drishta anartha problems. Paramparyena api, even indirectly also, anekantika shreya prapti pale. Anekantika shreya prapti pale. Shreya prapti pale. This karma which is anekantika shreya prapti pale, having the result is moksha. This anekantika shreya prapti pale means this karma is unpredictable. Which karma will give me moksha? This karma is not predictable. This karma which is not predictable and having the result is attainment, this gaining moksha, shreya praptihi, shreyasaha praptihi, shreya praptihi, shreya praptihi palam yasya saha, shreya prapti palam, shreya prapti pale saptami. So how long this karma yoga? This karma yoga is, even if it is paramparyena api, anekantika shreya prapti pale. It is not sure that this karma which is paramparyena, indirectly it will give me moksha. That is you cannot say it for sure. Paramparyena indirectly Anaikantika Shreya Prapti Pale, this karma indirectly will be the cause for giving moksha, iti, that also is not sure. That also iti not sure. So, Drishta Aneka Anartha Yukte, Paramparyenapi Anekantike Shreya Prapti Pale, that is not, that these are the defects of the karma. There is no surety that karma also indirectly will give moksha, and this karma is endowed with so many anartha, so many problems. Then mam karmani katam, kimartam, katam is kimartam, kimartam niyunjat, how can you engage me in this action? This is the thinking of the Arjuna presented by Bhagavan. Thus this thinking of Arjuna, it is yuktaha eva, therefore Arjuna is paryakuli bhutaha, paryakuli bhavaha, and paryakuli, this bhava of Arjuna is yuktaha eva, this confusion, the state of confusion of Arjuna is proper only. It is proper, appropriate only. Therefore only tad anurupascha prashnaha. Therefore, in keeping with this state of mind only, this question. What question? Jayasi chet ityadihi. The first shloka of this chapter. Jayasi chet. Even though if knowledge is jayasi, is greater, superior, still you engage me in this Gora karma. Therefore, this question of Arjuna is appropriate in keeping with the state of mind, and the state of mind in keeping with the teaching of the Lord as he understood. Bhagavan taught correctly only. Bhagavan told properly. Now it is not understood by the Arjuna. Therefore only Paryakuli, Bhutaha. And Arjuna, in the first chapter itself, he said he wanted to give up karma, he wanted to take sannyasa. So naturally that pre-orientation, the preoccupied, these ideas were there in the mind of Arjuna. Therefore, he did not understand what Bhagavan Krishna said. If he had open mind, he would have understood. But already he had the idea that Yuddha is not proper and he wants to take sannyasa. So therefore only. Then, Prashna apakarana vakyam cha Bhagavata uktam. Then Bhagavan Krishna, Prashna apakaranam vakyam uktam, Bhagavata uktam. Uktam told. By whom? By Bhagavan. Bhagavata uktam. Told by the Lord. What did he say? He said vakyam, a sentence. Vakyam, sentence. And that sentence is Prashna apakarana vakyam. Sentence removing the doubt of the question of Arjuna. It means Bhagavan answered. Bhagavan answered. Yatokta vibhaga vishaye. Yatokta vibhaga vishaye. That vibhaga, the division, yatokta, yata ukta vibhaga vishaye shastra. Shastra means Gita Shastra. In Gita Shastram, that vibhaga vishaya, that division, the division of the subject matter, it is yata uktam. As it is in the Shastram, it is the division of the subject matter is uktam by the Lord. Where it is said, it is said in this chapter. The chapter is going to come. See, Bhashyakara knows Purva and Para. So therefore he says what is going to come. That is what he referred to by this Vakya. What is going to come, he knows. What has gone in, he knows, and we are also supposed to know. What is going to come, that he knows, because he has studied, therefore only reading the Bhashyam. So what is going to come as reply of Bhagavan? Prashna apakarana vakyam is uttara vakyam. Bhagavan, Arjuna asked, and therefore Bhagavan will answer. As an answer to Arjuna's question, Bhagavan Krishna is as said, or we are going to see, is going to say. What is going to say? Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya naha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam iti vibhaga vishaya. Iti vibhaga vishaya. It is Bhagavata uktam. The clear distinction, the division of the subject matter of the Shastram, it is presented by, or will be presented by, Bhagavan. Therefore, that is the answer. That is the answer for clearing the doubt of the Arjuna. Okay. So up to this, the next paragraph that we will see that in the next class. It's a long bhashyam. You can see the question will come. First question itself will come later. Some 2 or 3 pages would be there. Purvapakshi will come in between. Then Samadhanam. So this will go for few classes. Then we will see the shloka. We can chant the shloka alone, and then we can stop. Arjuna Uvacha
Arjuna
Arjuna
uvacha
Uvacha
Jayasi Chet Karmanaste
Jayasi
चेत्
कर्मणस्ते
Mata Buddhar Janardana
मता
बुद्धिर्जनार्दन
Tatkim Karma Nighore Mam
तत्किं
कर्मणि
घोरे
घोरे
माम्
माम्
Yojayasi Keshava
योजयसि केशव
Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanta Shanta Shantihi Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद जी
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
गुरुजी।